Yeah, we're early today. I am feeling really, really tired. So I decided that I wanted to stream a little early. Get it done so I can go to bed early because I'm sleepy. Oh, this is annoying. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, frustration. My name is Zipper. Yeah. Right now I'm working on doing the top stitching on the zipper, and then I should be able to undo um all of my other stuff. Yeah, I guess. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I had to look at the other screen to see the YouTube chat, and now I will pull up YouTube on my phone. Hello, Terrorism. How are you? How are your finals or exams going? I guess maybe. Where am I? My channel. Ooh, no. There it is. No, no, no. Oh, that was... I almost had to unpick a bunch of stuff that I didn't want to have to unpick. Oh, yeah. Oh, lawyer. Legal practices. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of cases, like case studies to like have memorized, applications of theory. Oh. Okay. Now I need to go back over with the regular zipper. Oh! Nope. Okay, I just broke a needle. I did not like that. No, 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 I did not like that at all. Okay. Okay, so I can't do it right there because that's where the metal piece is, and that was my mistake. I need to do it up here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's better. Is it true that the food is more is it true that the food is more expensive? There's a lot of stuff that's more expensive right now. Sorry if you want to keep politics out. No. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are more expensive now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's more expensive, and yeah, I've loved to blame it on the current administration. That's my favorite person to blame it on. But like eggs and stuff, that's a combination of a lot of things. Like eggs specifically are one thing that's like absolutely more expensive. And that also has to do with more so with the bird flu. And there is absolutely nothing that the current administration is doing that's actually going to help mitigate that. So, not really, not in the short term, at least. And I don't even think in the long term there's anything that they're doing that will actually make that better. But that is something that has been like a thing that's been like just progressively getting worse. So, yeah. V, what are we working on today? Finishing up the blouse. I just did the top stitching for the zipper. Woo! And then I need to do the hem. I'm started early because I am really tired from today. And if I were to try and stay up later, I know that I will make mistakes that I will really be unhappy with. And then to answer your second question, Teruism. What am I making the dress for? So I'm making the costume for this idea that I have of a time twisted Hello Kitty fan. So basically, like, kind of like steampunk, but not steampunk at all. Like, take all of the elements that make steampunk, take them away. And you're left with a fandom copy pasted into a different time period, and what would that actually look like? How, like, what would a person who was a fan of, for me, Hello Kitty, what would their clothing look like, their fandom clothing look like, copy and pasted onto like the Edwardian era. So this is the mock-up blouse that I'm working on, and this is the petticoat for the walking skirt. The next thing I'm going to work on is the walking skirt. So that's kind of my idea. Yeah. Yeah, today was rough. But I did buy some more fabric today. Should I have? No. I should not have. But I did. Oh, that's such a good idea. Thank you. Yeah, to be honest, I'm absolutely on your side. I'm absolutely afraid not only of it getting worse from week to week, but just keeps sliding further and further downhill. That makes me wish for Luigi. You know what? We love Luigi. We do. Luigi Mangione. It's a good Italian boy. Oh no. No, it's a all hail. Oh, you're so funny, V. V is in my terrorism. V is in the Twitch chat, and she just said, all hair Luigi, jury nullification. Luigi did nothing wrong. Yeah, you know, it's not fun here. It's I mean, like, I really do love, like, there's been a lot of, like, reminding people of, like, the fact that, like, one of the biggest ways that we can resist terrorism, says preach girl. Well, you still can't. Yeah. Well, there is this there is this concept of like living in like where we can, like, live, like, completely isolated in YouTube. V, I'm on YouTube too. Yeah. There's like this concept of, like, allowing the fear and the terror to, like, steal all aspects of joy, but then that makes it really hard to fight. Makes it really hard to, like, keep on going. So you have to be able to find like things and moments and like that do bring happiness and do bring joy in order to keep on going. And that, I think, yeah, I think that this is very important. In history class here in Germany, our teachers told us about the officers were whose only means of resistance were asking them to give him his orders and proper paperwork. Yeah. Yeah, like be better at paperwork. Like, so I did a project once. It was on the idea of fashion as rebellion or revolution, or as like a mode of resistance. And like throughout history, the way that people dress and the way that like they clothe themselves can be an act of resistance. There's a reason why so many people are saying like, okay, like at least here in the US, like, okay, so the like sad beige is what like the people in power are wanting everyone to wear. You wear your brightest, boldest colors. Countercultural dress in general, it's just that, countercultural, counter to the desired culture, you know. But oh no, I messed up. Yeah, it's like just finding things that can give you those moments of joy and those moments of peace when the thing that whoever is in charge right now is wanting to do most is to steal it. They're wanting to steal joy. They're wanting to steal peace. They're wanting to steal those moments so that we are so worn out that we can't do anything. It's like really, honestly, it's just abusive, right? Like it's just an abusive relationship. That's what I'm going to tell my therapist. Yeah, I'm in an abusive relationship. My abuser is the government. Let's... Message redacted? Tyler? Is there a way that I can see redacted messages? Yeah, or retracted. Oh, it was retracted. Never mind. Probably. I read it as redacted. I'm just tired. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, part 2 to your other thing, in which she would dismiss as incomplete some of the... Yeah, see that? malicious compliance. That feels like an example of malicious compliance. No? Unlike our corporate overlords, just bending the knee of like the suggestion, okay, remove DEI, please, from the president. I suggest that you do, but I'm forcing all of federal agencies to do it, but like corporations, you should too. And then the corporations are like, okay, we'll jump on that, and it's just like, no, man, no, what? Your customer base is an incredibly diverse customer base. You're really wanting to alienate your customer base. We are a country built on capitalism. You need your consumer base to consume. And they're not... I hate capitalism. The entire deal is just don't have, never have, primitive obedience. Yeah. Yeah. Our media, yeah. We love Costco. Here's the thing that like Costco is an American-based company, but it also has a an international. It's international, right? Like it is. It has an international client base. So it's got more than just the United States to take care of, and yeah. Get out of Costco. We stand Costco. I don't stand actually any corporation. What am I saying? The only corporation I stan is I don't know. I know the hot dog price. It's stable. I know the hot dog price. Yeah. The CEO threatening his replacement. You raise the hot dog price, I will kill you. Like, okay. It's iconic. It is. It's so iconic. Icon behavior. It's like that and Arizona iced tea. And then also Ben & Jerry's standing on business. Love Ben & Jerry's. I need to pick out all the basting stitches. I don't wanna. See, I don't even eat hot dogs. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me. I'm a vegetarian. But I do love that they are committed to the fact that, like, the hot dog and the rotisserie chicken, those are their lost leads. Those are the things that get people in. He's so proud of them. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's just like okay. Why did I do this to myself? But yeah, they keep those things priced low, and those are the reasons why, like, they have yeah. Like, if they were to raise their lost leads price, then they would no longer be their lost leads. There's a reason why lost leads exist. Like, that would be a choice to put hot dogs in a cake. And I know you're joking, but that would be a choice. A choice I cannot condone. Unless this cake is somehow a weird shepherd's pie thing, and then sure, why not? Go ahead. Knock yourself out. But yeah, no. You don't know. I do know you're joking. And if you're not joking, I question your integrity as a baker. Oh yeah, preaching to the choir here, bud. Oh yeah, we're yeah, you found I won't question her as long as she doesn't put hot dogs in cake. I don't know. V, I don't know if you have seen the trend, but there is a trend for on TikTok at least of roasting Republican women's makeup. And then the reverse of the trend was then like Republican women trying to roast liberal women or like leftist women in the United States with like on their makeup. And then they ended up looking like when they did like the liberal makeup. That's what they're calling it, liberal makeup. They ended up looking so good compared to whatever. And yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that like it's yeah, and it's not just like looks the same. It's like really it's like really cakey and like I do like vintage makeup and like you lose a lot of powder, but you can do vintage makeup without looking like you're wearing an entire sack of flour on your face. You know, blend. Maybe a little. MTG Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yes. Is that the MTG? Because yes, agree. educated. No. Okay. So I have another idea for a project, and I'll show y'all the fabric that I have picked out for the project. Part of the fabric that I bought today is for that project, because I needed a lining. None of the fabric that I have is like quite right for the lining, so I bought a lining. I bought a lining today. These basting stitches are annoying me. Yeah, class solidarity is really important. Absolutely. Sorry, I just stabbed the microphone. That was... apologies. No, I know, like, I've seen, like, a lot of the discussion of how, like, especially in the US, leftist spaces, like, leftists, just individual people, but, like, the plurals of those individual people, leftists tend to have a very good idea of, like, the concept of community, but not very good practice of community, whereas conservatives have, a bad like they're bad at the concepts of community, but they're good at the practice of community. When you consider cults communities. Yeah. And I think, especially within, like, the United States context, and I'm just talking off the top of my head, so don't hold me to any of it. We have the hyper individualism, and then the expectation of like you, yeah, I don't know, it's just it's so very different. The hyper independence, I mean, I'm saying that as someone who still lives at home at the age I currently still live at home at, and like have moved all over this country, and this country, like, geographically is massive. So, like, when you have the expectations, you're going to move away from school, and there is not the same expectation of that, like, you have to move back home. In fact, like, the expectation is after college you're going to move away from your family, and maybe at some point you'll move back, but most likely you're going to move away from the community that you knew for the majority of your adolescence, if you hadn't already moved around a bunch as a kid. Then like you're like when you have a bunch of children who've grown up in like that with that kind of like experience, you don't necessarily have the framework or the strong understanding of how to build community. When you like dissolve that down even further, like further and further down generations, from like the 1940s to the 1970s, the 1980s, latchkey kids, to now with the internet and phones, you've got a lot of concepts and ideas and a lot of fear around actually putting them into practice. A lot of rejection sensitivity and a lot of just being tired, because we're all just so tired. Yeah. I mean, what wasn't it Gandhi that said, I like your Jesus, but I don't much care for your Christians? And like that was so long ago, like that he said that quote is like old. I can only imagine. Like the disconnect that we see now. I messed up again. I messed up again. At least I found it now. Okay. Kiki. You're on V's account. Hi, Kiki. Valentine's Day is over, sweetie. Long as I'm allowed to have other Valentines, yeah? There's at least one person I know that would be very upset. Clearly another person who is also very upset. Thanks, Fee. Have a good night. Okay, I think I'm done with the zipper. Woo! Now for the collar. Where did I put this? Okay. Oh, just keep rambling? I can keep rambling. Rambling is something I can do. But of what? Like for me, sewing is something that is like for me to like decompress and to kind of like a moment to escape stuff that's happening. Like right now, one of the major big box fabric stores here in the US is going through it, and that's really loud. But I didn't want to go that fast. Is really going through it, and Joanne Fabrics, yeah, it's really going through it, and it's hard to feel like we're losing something that was a part of a lot of different communities within the United States. Like, oh, I was meant to do something there. You know what? That's fine. It's fine. Because for a lot of the communities that Joanne Fabrics was in, it was one of the few stores that sold fabric in those towns, and it's one of the few places that people were able to, like, because Joanne Fabrics, the store itself at least, used to, like, especially before 2020, the pandemic and everything, it used to offer classes. And in-person classes where you at least could learn, you know, some basics of like knitting, sewing, Cricut, like different craft basics. And that was a big part of a lot of people's childhoods, was, you know, like a summer class at Joanne Fabrics in the summer, you know, learning how to like sew a pair of pajamas or sew a pillowcase or knit a blanket or knit a hat, whatever. And like where these communities don't have other independent stores, and they're so far away from places like New York City or LA that have garment districts where you can go and you can go buy bolts and bolts of fabric. And there are places, like, luckily, where I live in Chicago, there are places in Chicago that do sell some fabrics, but they're in the city, and so like anywhere outside of the suburbs, it's more difficult to come by, right? And there are some quilt shops, you know, there's still some independent quilt shops, so those are pretty expensive. And yeah, so Joann's was like one of the most accessible, beginner friendly places to go and like buy materials to learn craft. And with it potentially disappearing completely, if not, well, right now they're closing like 530 of the 800 locations. Like, not only is it people losing their jobs, because every employee of those 500 stores will be losing their jobs as soon as the stores are closed from their liquidation sales. Oh, that was you. I need you to know, I laughed so much at that comment. That comment entertained me for days. And you know, I'm so sorry I never responded to that, mostly because I had no idea how to respond to it. That was so funny. Thank you. That made me laugh. And it entertained, like I appreciated it so much, because like it went from like a rant to a story and then back to a rant, and that sandwich of rant, story, rant, like the imagination, the imagery, it was so specific, and it absolutely loved it. Thank you. That was you. Fun. No, so I need an iron. Well, do I need an iron? Can I just do a trick? Anyway, yeah, so that going away, it's like heartbreaking for so many communities, and like there are so many small businesses that utilize Joann's because like they don't have the capital to have like to be able to have relationships with like fabric distributors. Liv, hello, Liv. Welcome to live. Glad to hear. I thought you thought it was weird. You know what? It's all good. Sometimes I can't respond to comments because I can't think of anything good to respond with them in writing. So I do apologize. New sub. Thank you for joining, Liv. Glad to have you. I sew and I talk about random things. Today it's how I'm gonna miss Joann Fabrics. Right now, that's what I'm talking about. And outfit repeating. Oh man. Well, and terrorism. You gotta know, like you mentioned the comments, and like I didn't even have to read all of what you said. Communal women's work, and like I knew exactly what comment it was. So like very memorable, and it's so entertaining. I loved it. Craft person to craft person. And it was in a community, and it was human, and so on. It was craft and love, neighbors, longevity, and sustainability. Yeah. Well, that's like the thing that really hurts too. Is like Joanne Fabrics, just a lot of stores are just end up getting they end up getting bought out by companies that basically just buy other companies to liquidate them, to just run them into the ground, and that like take away aspects of the communities. Like it's really hard. Like I'm thinking about all of like we do have like home ec classes that are still offered in some schools in the United States to varying degrees of, you know, quality, right? And one thing, am I doing this right? No, I'm not doing this right. That's the answer to that question. And I'm thinking about all of those home ec classes where the kids are learning how to make, again, pajama pants for the first time, or a pillowcase, or a tote bag. And like this is like a life skill, like sewing, like being able to put on a button on a shirt, like that when a button on a shirt falls off. You know, that's a life skill. That's a life skill I think that people should, and I know I'm coming from a very biased place of being someone that sews and being a crafty person, but when I was in college, and I say that and I sound very old when I say that, but that's okay. When I was in college, I had a classmate who came up to me one semester and asked me if I would sew the button on his shirt. And I told him, sure, yeah, if you bring me the shirt. Because I was, you know, I was just trying to be nice and I wanted friends. Because I was lonely. No, that wasn't it. But I was trying to be nice and agreeable. Heavy roll eyes there. I said, sure, yeah, if you bring me the shirt, like I can see about like if I can like sew it back on. Like that's not a big deal. He never brought me the shirt. Couple semesters later, we end up having another class together. And he comes up to me again and is like, hey, you never sewed the button on my shirt. I was like, you never brought me the shirt. He's like, well, I'm wearing it now. And I was like, I'm not going to sew it on while you're wearing it. Like, that's weird. So he went, changed his shirt, brought it back, and was like, here, sew the button on for me. I was like, okay. Because I was known in my classes as the girl who sews. All of my classes that weren't clothing related. So yeah, like but that's a basic skill in my opinion. Being able to sew a button on a shirt, basic life skill. Being able to, it's up there with being able to boil water. You should be able to know how to boil water for making food. Like that's pretty basic. Can be pretty basic. I mean, obviously there are exceptions, because there are always exceptions to these basic things, like people who are not able to, like that, physically or intellectually. And in those cases, we need to have things set up that are able to take care of them, take care of those needs, because they are basic needs in life. Like maintaining clothing is a basic need. Being able to feed oneself is a basic need. And we need to be able to take care of all members in society. So, I've got opinions and thoughts, and they're not all like right opinions. They're not all fully baked, I guess, is how I would like to say it. They're not all full thoughts. Some of them are kind of like half thoughts. Yeah. Anyway, I'm worried. Back to I'm worried that these kids are not going to have any place to go to buy the materials that they need for these classes, and then these classes are going to disappear even more than they already are. Like, that's the thing that I'm worried about. I'm worried about the kids that are taking a fashion design class at their small little community college because they couldn't afford to go to a bigger college, but they're just wanting to be able to do that and explore that creative part of their lives. But I'm afraid that they're not gonna have that place to go. Yeah. Tyler, do you remember that comment that I read to you from that short that I did, that long one that had the story in the middle? I'll pull. Not about the video, but about the comment. It was the sustainability and the lumberjacks. Lumberjacks? Going off? No? Okay. I don't know. Beginning of last year? Middle of last year? Okay, anyway. I remember I read it to my brother. I feel it's like everything nowadays is making it harder and harder to talk to a neighbor, not fear them. Yeah. I think, oh, okay, so my brother's just like the only thing that we have really that like is like a safe, neutral thing to bond over is like pets.
Well, because, you know, you don't just see people playing shooting hoops in their driveways anymore.
No, you don't see people in there like hanging out in the like. Okay, so we have like this one neighbor who, at least before the pandemic, would just like sit, had like a nice comfy, I would say a comfy chair, and during the summer would just sit with their garage, like in their garage with the garage door open, and would talk with anyone that like would walk past, you know, anyone that wanted to have like a conversation. And like that, beautiful. Love that neighbor. But yeah, you have a lot of other people that's just like, why are you, like the idea of like, why are you talking to me? That's the reaction that is feared, and like the thing that we're afraid of rejection, and so we just do the rejecting automatically for everybody, and that's not right. Fair. My brother just said part of the reason that I'm doing this is for community / like just
in this case
building community around shared creative things.
The job you do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad but true. Because of course, like, boundaries are important when it comes to like personal well-being, but we also have this we have to find a good balance between like not putting up walls and being able to like have healthy boundaries. Like, you know, I'm gonna have to sew this band, I think. Yes? No? Yes, I'm gonna have to sew that by hand. I'm sewing! Woo! Oh. Okay. My sewing room is the coldest room in the house, and that is because it was an addition, and they decided to not do heating the same way in the addition that they did in the rest of the house. The person that built this house, whenever they added the addition, before we moved in. And by not do the heat the same way, I mean not put heat through. Not extended the heating system into the addition. So, it's open concept, like it's open into the kitchen living room area. So, you get the heat from the rest of the house, but it's not... The floor is cold. So. Your outlet is writing poems and little text that keeps me sane. That's good. It's important to have those outlets. It is so important to have those. Especially in times of chaos. We have to have things that ground us and that keep us centered and yeah. That's great. Okay. I should have interfaced this. I should have interfaced this, yeah. It didn't call for interfacing. It didn't call for interfacing, but that, you know... Nah, I'm not interfacing it. That's gonna be, like, sensory overload, I think. Yeah. Okay, so... I need my little hand needle. I think that was in the mushroom. Mushroom. I was about to say something along those lines. Yeah. You're very proud of your work. Most like you ever get a 7. Yeah. It can be incredibly hard, especially when you feel like you're just putting things out into the void and there really isn't any like interaction happening with anything. To feel kind of lost, especially in a world where we are being more and more conditioned to like seek like validation from outside of ourselves, and especially the validation of like others and often just strangers on the internet, because like that validation. But like that's 7 people. Like 7 people read your work and resonated with it. Like 7. That's awesome. I mean, those are 7 people that are not you and potentially not like your family or your close friends, like in real life potentially, right? Who saw what you wrote and saw value in it. And if you keep writing, if you keep publishing things, then the chance of, you know, maybe a different group of 7 or a different group of maybe 10, you know, like those little things. Like if we always get like instant gratification of like our like what we're doing, especially as creatives, the instant gratification of praise, I almost think that might cause us to in some ways stagnate in our creativity, because we are more focused on doing the thing that gets the praise, versus really truly exploring like what it is that we should be exploring, like, because creativity is like the exploration of imagination and what's possible creatively, like linguistically, or like with the different materials that we choose to be creative with. That's an exploration. And if we're only ever chasing what gets likes and what gets engagement, then that can kind of feel like we are like limiting ourselves creatively. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still working on that one. Because like I still like I post content of like the projects that I'm working on, because I love the show and tell. I love to share it. But yeah, having to like divorce oneself from the idea that the more people that engage with the thing that I'm putting out means that that particular thing is of more value than the other things that I create. And I don't think that that's true for myself, right? Like, I can only speak for myself. Yeah. Because there's also then the side where like if someone makes publishing, you know, writing their job, then that's their sole source of income, then yeah, you have to chase the thing that's gonna make you money, right? Or if like making content online is the thing that's making you money, then yeah, you have to chase the thing that like brings engagement. But I don't know. I feel like that also kind of like by doing so, if the reason why people like gravitated towards you was for the pure like creativity, then like, and you basically kill that by just chasing other things, then you kind of lose yourself. And it sounds like for you, writing is a way that you help, like, that helps keep you centered and helps keep you grounded and helps you find yourself. So you don't want to lose that part. That's my take. Unsolicited opinions and the like. Yeah, there isn't really a relationship between joy and the like count. I love things that are not SLOP. Slop. Things that are real and need care. Slop. Yeah. Like, I have really weird feelings, like uncomfortable feelings when, like, for a bit there were like people in like the sewing space on Instagram that were making videos using yes, I can do that in just a second. After I get my sentence out. Before I lose it, that were making videos using the like, you could tell that they got paid to promote Instagram or Meta, Facebook Meta's AI. And they were like, oh, I used that AI to give me an idea of like what thing I should like be making to wear to this. And I'm like, that, like, yes, you made it. Like, you actually did sew it. But that AI stole other people's ideas to make this conglomerate idea that you ended up producing. And that, and you don't even know where the AI pulled those that inspiration from. So that makes me feel uncomfortable and icky. I have feelings about that. Okay, so Like there are some, I think there are some uses for artificial intelligence that are actually quite handy, like, you know, autocomplete in text message. Sometimes it's wrong and goofy, and other times it is actually quite convenient. Yes, but then there are some cases where maybe, you know, like it's there's just too much. There's too much moving too quickly in the scary directions for me to be very like yay about all of the like the positive things, because people are deciding to be scary and bad with the other things. So I did. Okay, so I gotta move dress form. So the idea, my plan. We had a family friend, speaking on community earlier. The thing that I love about most of my fabric stash is that it has been gifts from people in my greater community. People from like my family, they're like family, and then like church members of family, that kind of thing, like that have given fabric from their stashes, and then that it's made its way to me. Well, a family friend recently gave my mother and I some fabric, and some of it was specifically for me, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It was fabric that was given to her and her mother-in-law, and like she just decided that like, okay, needs to pass it on, and gave it to us, and I love that. And I was looking at these like small pieces of fabric, and I'm like, I don't know what I can make with just these small pieces of fabric, but I could make a patchwork quilted skirt, I'm thinking, because I have a quilted dress. I have a couple different quilted dresses, but I don't have a quilted skirt that I've made myself. So all AI bots are just elaborate autocomplete if you look under the hood at the algorithm. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I agree. So I'm going to show you some fabric. I got some fabric, some of it. Okay, so I'll tell you what is what as I'm going through it. So fabric that was just recently gifted from a family friend stash, fabric that was already in my stash, which previously came from other family friends, relatives, different people's stashes. And then what I bought specifically to, you know, help make the skirt, you know, actually like have enough material to actually make it happen. I have yet to decide on the actual skirt pattern that I'm going to use. I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of vibe I'm wanting to go for. I haven't fully decided yet, but okay. So 1 second. All right. Okay. All right. So starting off first, I bought this. It is a linen, like it's a rayon. It's a rayon, but it was pretty decently priced. I think I paid like for how many yards was this? I have the receipt here somewhere. I bought this today. For 4 yards, I paid for almost 5 yards, I paid $21 USD. Painful, but it's fine. It's all good. Of this, it's gonna be the lining and potentially a blouse because I can't help myself. I love making blouses. Okay, so what was gifted from the friend's stash is this beautiful floral. These little blue daisies. So cute. There isn't a ton of it. There really isn't a ton of it. So this is also something from her stash. It is little bows and hearts. It's a little bit of a heavier weighted fabric, so for for some of these, I'm going to have to interface them just to make sure that they have enough body to stand up under the weight of being seamed next to other fabrics that are a little bit heavier. What I already had in my stash is this gingham, blue gingham. This will have to also be interfaced because it's pretty thin. And then I also have this really pretty, this was already in my stash as well from a different family friend. It's got little scenes of little girls and boys doing child things. So like looking out a window, reading a book, playing with a cat. It's very like, especially the one where you can see the clock. It just very much looks like a Lewis Carroll kind of illustration. And then what I bought, part 2. So I bought the lining, but I also bought some remnants from Joann's that I thought might also work really well with some of the different prints. These are a lot heavier weighted of materials, so they're the reason why the thinner materials will need to be interfaced. This is just a dark blue with some red and gold flowers. And then this is a denim with some embroidered mushrooms on it, which is really pretty. And then this is a blue velvet. What does interfacing mean? Okay, so interfacing is basically what I mean by it, it's slightly interchangeable, but what I'm meaning is adding a stabilizer on the inside. So it's called interfacing or stabilizer. Those are often used interchangeably, but they're not always used interchangeably. So basically I'm adding something on the inside of the material to make sure that it's not going to stretch. Sometimes it gives it a little bit more body. What I'll probably end up using is some iron-on interfacing or stabilizer. Iron-on stabilizer, which will basically just make sure that the fabric isn't going to warp under the weight of the other material next to it. It's used like frequently in the garments that people generally wear, like in waistbands of skirts or in collars of shirts, or waistbands of jeans, pants. Cuffs of dress shirts will have interfacing in them. Yeah. Ooh. That's right, you are studying biology. That's cool. Mushrooms are so fascinating. They are. I have yeah. Anyway, so that's my plan for that. Again, I haven't figured out what and I also need to wash and shrink the rayon before I do any sewing with that. So, yeah, that's my plan for these materials, and I am really excited about that. But I need to get this project done first. Because the conventions I want to wear it at are coming up really soon, so I want to wear it at. They're coming up so soon, so I need to get going on that, like making sure that it is done by then. No, so it's actually so the I need to have the Hello Kitty blouse done for it, but I'm wanting to have it done by an anime convention for the Hello Kitty one specifically. Once I get the Hello Kitty blouse done. Yeah, that was my plan. I mean, I guess I could wear the costume that I made last year. If I don't get it done, I can wear that one again. Last year, I have a video on my YouTube channel of making it the costume inspired by Pokemon Legends Arceus. And I wore that last year, and theoretically I could just wear that again. But I really want to get this done by then. Yeah. I think it'd be a little bit too hot for when the run fairs start up here for me to wear the full thing, the petticoat, walking skirt, and blouse. Who knows? Yeah, I should have interfaced these. You know what? Whatever. I'll interface the Hello Kitty one. This is fine. Just not fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. No, at some point I really want to go to, like, there are a bunch of sewing conventions and in different places, like hosted different places in the US, and I really want to go to them at some point because I think those would be so fun. I know, like, one that's like pretty popular or has been pretty popular is like Costume College. But I don't know. I don't know if my skills are quite on that level. I know part of like the appeal of those conventions is like the different classes that they offer. Like, you know, mini like seminar classes, those kind of things. And that would be fun. I don't know. I don't know. Still feel very unsteady and amateurish. But I think I'm probably gonna feel that way until I die. Feel underqualified and I don't know. Overconfident, underqualified and overconfident. That is. But I guess there is like something to the concept of just do it. Even if you're doing it scared, do it scared. Yeah, that's the. I should have done interfacing. I should have. This is so stretchy. Did I cut it on the wrong grain? I don't think I did. I don't think I did, but this is stretching weird. Imagine driving 3 hours to a sew convention, but when you arrive, it's just farmers talking about sew convention. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you know. So funny. Oh, my thread was not long enough. I'm going to need more thread. Okay, probably didn't need that much thread. No. Oh well. Chances are, if I don't get the Hello Kitty, if I don't get the Hello Kitty, one done, I will just wear this blouse and I will say that it is a custom outfit build from Infinity Necky. Oh, I'll just do that. You know what? It would. People would just assume it's just like, oh, is that? Yeah, you know, if I can't get the Hello Kitty, I want to get the Hello Kitty one done. So my goal, Hello Kitty one done. But at least I have the mock-up blouse finished, and then get the walking skirt done, and then the Hello Kitty blouse. That'll be so good. I'm so excited. Interesting. I don't have any place that I can really recommend. Oh, no. The material I have for the blouse has Hello Kitty on it. Where are you? I have way too many bags. Projects in them. Yep. The fabric has Hello Kitty on it. Yep. So like I said, it's time tangled Hello Kitty fan. So what would, like, if a fandom existed in a time period that it obviously didn't exist in, because the Hello Kitty fandom did not exist in the Edwardian era. I've checked. Not at least the Edwardian era that I am mimicking. And I was thinking, okay, so what if we copy paste fandom fashion, but like Edwardian silhouette? What would that look like? That's the concept. That's the thesis statement for the costume. Okay, and I think so many threads. I assumed you meant rad. Okay, thank you so much for joining in as much as you did, Taroism. I'm actually going to be logging off soon too. So thank you. I hope you have a good evening, the rest of your sleeping time, and I hope that your studying goes well and that exams also go well for you. Good luck! Ma mère. Mother. Or brother, whatever. Look at the blouse. And look. I am. Or I was. Come look at the blouse. Okay. Okay. No rush. I said no rush. Like, I genuinely meant when I said no rush. I wasn't trying to be manipulative. It just needs to be hemmed.
Just need to hem the bottom, right?
Mhm.
Cool. Almost there.
You need to hem the bottom and then put a hook and eye at the top. Yeah. Oh, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Mon frère. Brother. Ooh. What do you think? So next stream, I will be working on the walking skirt. And I need to remember that I need to add seam allowance with all those pattern pieces because they do not have seam allowance included. I'm gonna forget, aren't I? Yeah, high chance. High chance I'm gonna forget. Place your bets now. Yeah, wow. Okay. This has been fun. It's been a good time. I think we've had fun here this evening. So just gonna clean up now. Where's my platter? There it is. Stream has also become my accountability partner when it comes to content. I am working right now on downloading last week's stream because I don't think I did that. I need to make sure that I download that so that I have that for the big compilation video that I will be making for this project. Yes. Yep. A few more minutes. 10 more minutes in stream. I've really been enjoying playing Infinity Nikki. It's been a lot of fun. I need to do a poll at some time to see if anyone would like. Anyone would like to just have a stream where I just play games. Let you see her I think what I'm gonna do for the hem, I think I'm gonna practice with some of my rolled hem feet. See if I can get them to work. That might be a good idea. Yeah, I think that might be fun. Doing that. I do. I think that might be very fun. What else? Yeah, I think that might be fun. Because I've got a bunch of rolled hem feet that I have not been able to figure out how they work. If I'm being completely honest and truthful, I have not been able to figure them out. Like that one's a 5/8. Has last week's stream downloaded yet? No? Got 28 seconds left? 25, 26, 27, 21, 20, 18, 17, 18, 16, 15, 14, 15, 14, 15, 14, 15, 16, 14, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downloaded! Yay! Okay. Last week's stream is saved, and then I need to not procrastinate, and then save this week's stream as soon as they end. Yes? That is what I'm understanding. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out this foot. In the last 2 minutes of stream. Highly doubt it, but it kind of didn't. I don't know. Let's try this other side. I'm not sure what it is that I'm doing wrong. Like, let's try this again. Yeah, no. Okay. No. Did not work. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out before next stream. It has been 2 hours since I started streaming, so I'm gonna end here. Thank you for this productive 2 hours with me. Thank you for spending it with me. I really appreciate it. I will see you all for sure next Sunday. Back to our regularly scheduled time. And hopefully this Wednesday fingers crossed, nothing comes up, that derails Wednesday. So I really appreciate you coming into my craft room and being productive with me. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Sunday and a good week. Take care.